This shit ain't for kids, bruh. What up, everyone? It's your boy Xmanny87 here, bringing you another Marvel Legends video, and what I have for you today is the Marvel Legends Black Widow Wave Crimson Dynamo Build-A-Figure Series Yelena Belova action figure review. Before I get into everything, if you could please leave a like rating on the video, it'll help show your support for my channel, and I greatly appreciate it. Now, with that said, let's take a closer look at her accessories first, and then we'll take a closer look at Yelena Belova. Now, to cover accessories, Yelena Belova comes with 4 interchangeable hands in total, so the first 2 we're looking at here are 2 closed-fisted hands. Next up, we get 2 trigger finger gun-holding hands, and she comes with 2 mini handguns to fit in those hands. And now to take a closer look at the head sculpt here, I think for the most part it looks like the actress Florence Pugh. In some angles it looks like her, and some not so much. Like, I can slightly see her cute plushy cheeks a little bit. The face print tech is much better here this time around than on that atrocious Red Guardian figure, and it's even better than the promo images we saw, which was a prototype, which I'm happy about this coming out better, because I was worried when I first saw it and we could have ended up with that, and just happy we got this instead. The eyebrows definitely have the same shape and thickness of the actress, and the hair sculpt came out really nice as it's braided and wrapped across her head. But unfortunately, mine sits a little high. As you can see, the gap right there, that's where it's supposed to fill in. And one thing that bothers me is, again, we get another head on a ball joint, so no neck hinge. And I feel like it makes her neck look a little elongated, man. It's really, really long. But other than that, I am okay with this head sculpt. Looking at the rest of the body, she's sporting this black and green vest. There's a lot of straps and buckles going around. And I just I don't get why they went with green. I just think it's a ugly color to go with this. Wow, the black vest would have been fine, just a plain black vest, or even red, you know, keep it like the Widow colors. But yeah, I don't know, I just think the color choice is odd and just ugly to go with the rest of this. But you do get some textured material on the black part of the vest. The paint on mine, for the most part, came out nice. There is some white bleeding through here and there, but mostly on the back, but I'm okay with that. You know, it's the back. Who cares about the back? No, I shouldn't say that. I do. But it's very, very minor. Looking at the arms here is a nice design. Almost shoulder pad looking right there. It's very thin. So yeah, it's a nice sculpt. You get this elbow pad, which can look a little weird when you bend in the elbow, because that starts to stick out. I mean, it's not bad like that, but I think if you twist the arm a little, it could look a little off. I mean, in some angles. But what could you do? One thing that really annoys me is if you push this arm a little down to make it look straight, you get this elbow joint that pops out, and that's just super ugly. Kind of like the She-Hulk from the Fantastic Four wave. I don't get why they do that. It's just so ugly. Then on the wrist, you get this Widow stinger, and you can see the bullets wrapped around, and the little blaster right there in the middle, so that looks good. And you got the fingerless gloves here, and the Widow stingers are removable, so if you pop out the hand, you can take that out, but then you get this, like, this crease here. Then looking at the rest of the body here, you get these straps connected from her waist to her thighs, and you get the little Black Widow logo there, so that is nice. And then on this side, you get a holster storage for her gun, so that is really cool. Again, just put the little minigun in there and it just slides in like so. Man, it's super tiny. This handgun is super tiny, so you can definitely lose it if you're not, you know, keeping tabs on it. But it's you know, it's a nice design, and that's that. And then on the other side, on this strap, you get the little daggers here, and what's really cool is they have the little Black Widow logo right there, which looks like an hourglass to me. And then on the actual daggers, there's some arrows that point up and down, but I just think that makes up the Black Widow logo. So it's really cool. It would have been cooler if these daggers were removable. Man, it would have been so much better. And it is a separate piece, as you can see. It does move around, and if you lift it up, it looks like there's another thigh cut, but who needs a double thigh cut? And yeah, so that's that. And then you got some of that nice Russian cupcake butt. And you get some, you know, numbers right there. And the legs, you know, it's nice. I like the outfit for the most part. Then looking at the rest of the legs, I love the sculpting of the wrinkles throughout. That's really nice. And you got the knee pads right there. And then down to the boots, you get some straps. And a nice boot design. It's really cool. And no heels. I am happy about that. So you won't have trouble standing this figure. You know, she does have tiny feet, but no heels. So that is freaking helpful. Now, I did try a head swap between the two, but this ultimately fails. I did want to put the blonde hair Black Widow because that is very comic accurate to what Yelena Belova looks like in the comics. So I thought it would work, but man, that elongated neck is just so bad. And here's Florence Pugh on a black colored Black Widow outfit, and as you can see, it just doesn't go well. The head's just too big. Then trying the Black Widow Natasha head on this with the ponytail, it actually doesn't look that bad. Now, to cover articulation for Yelena Belova, her head is on a ball joint, so her head moves that far up. I don't like that gap, and it looks down, yeah, not much. I really don't like this ball joint, but it moves left, right. It's good for pivoting, and it rocks around. Her arms move that far up, so, you know, pretty decent. Down, all around. You got the shoulder swivel, elbow swivel, and check this out. Bam! Over a 90-degree bend. She can actually touch her face. That is really good. I like to see that. And you got a wrist swivel and a wrist hinge. You got the hunchback forward, and then it moves back that much, and it swivels, it pivots, and it rocks around. Her legs move that far apart, so you can't do a full split. Bummer. Her legs only move that far up. That's a bummer. And then only that far back. So for a Widow, man, I really wish she had more range of motion. Her legs rock around. She's got a thigh swivel, double jointed knees, and boom, look at that. Heel to the Belova butt. Her ankles move up, down, and she does have ankle pivot. And now for some comparisons, here is Yelena next to Natasha. Here she is next to Peggy Carter. Here she is next to Maria Hill. Here she is next to the Winter Soldier. Here she is next to a comic Sharon Carter. And finally, here she is next to her fellow wave mates, Red Guardian and Taskmaster. Alright, now to wrap things up, my final rating for this is a 7 out of 10. I found this figure not as fun to pose because of the lack of range and movement on the legs department, torso, and neck with that hindering ball joint. I couldn't get her into some cool Widow stances I wanted to capture for cool fighting poses and just to look cool in general. When I feel limited, it subtracts the fun factor value for me. However, I did like the extra range they gave her on the single jointed elbows. The likeness of the actress is pretty okay and much better than what was shown to us from the promos. I'm okay with the accessory selection here because I do know that whenever I get the Black Widow Deluxe figure, I can make this figure more equipped to raise the fun factor value. I am happy to add a new character to my MCU display. I do want more Widows now, and I really hope they give us a Rachel Weisz character in action figure form. I'm excited to see Florence Pugh as Yelena. I think she's a very young, talented actress, and I enjoyed her as WWE Superstar Paige in the Fighting with My Family movie. I do have another speculation that she might end up being Taskmaster in some crazy plot twist. Man, I need to stop speculating as I don't want to end up spoiling myself. I always stay away from spoilers. But overall, a decent MCU female figure. Now I kick it back to you. What do you guys think of this figure? And are you looking forward to Florence Pugh's portrayal of Yelena Belova? Light up the comment section with your thoughts. So that was my review. Please drop a like rating on the video, comment, we'll chat about it. Follow me on Instagram if you haven't already. Link is in the description below. Get your Marvel Legends Black Widow action figures at Big Bad Toy Store. Link is in the description below. Share and subscribe if you're new. See you on the next video. Peace.